Good morning. Welcome to, well, it's not Friday yet, but getting there. Anyway, today, this video is for the review notes. I thought I'd just make some videos so that you can actually hear how the steps are being done, not just see it on a answer key. So the answer key eventually will be posted, but this is the live answer key. So let's get some action going here. First problem. I'm going to add x to both sides, and you're probably wondering why. That's okay. Add x to both sides so that all my x's have moved to the right side of the building. Therefore, I've got negative 8 left on the left side. And on the right side, I've got x plus x, which is 2x minus 4x, which is negative 2x. And negative 2 times 4 is negative 8, so x equals 4. Okay, now that we've shut off the ringer on the phone, that's the last ding you'll hear, hopefully, for a while. Okay, this one, the 2x and the 2x, since they're the same, some people just cross them off, but that's really not the smartest thing to do. Typically, we would say, hey, we subtract 2x from both sides of the equation. We follow the algebra rules. And then you get 5 equals 6. And you probably say, yeah, no, 5 does not equal 6. That's true. So what you do, you say that's a no solution problem. There's the symbol, or you can just write the words, or you can just write, like you did in Math 8, no solution. That's pretty easy to do. Moving on down the line. I got n's on the right, I got n's on the left. Well, I got 2 n's over here, so I'm just going to add 4n to both sides. And what that gives me is n minus 3n, negative 2n plus 4n, so I'd get 2n there. And on the right side, the n's are gone, so I've just got 14. 2 times 7 is 14, so n has got to be equal to 7. Okay, round 2. What have we got here? We've got x's on the left and right, and a little bit about my philosophy of solving. Never, ever, ever create negative numbers if you don't have to. So, also never create fractions if you don't have to. So, I mean, nobody likes to work with negatives. Nobody likes to work with fractions. So, here's why I'm going to do this. I'm going to subtract x from both sides. Bring the x over to the right. And I'm going to add 5 to both sides. Because I'm going to get that 5 over here off to the left. The 5's cancel here and here. The x cancels here. That's minus 5 plus 5 there. And you're left with negative 10 plus 4, which is negative 6. And over here you're left with 7x minus x, which is 6x. Therefore, the x can only be equal to negative 1. 6 times negative 1 would equal negative 6. Okay, and then we head over to 7a's and 6a's. I can already see that 7 minus 6 is 1. So that's kind of the logic there, why I do this. I'll subtract 6a from both sides. And then once the a's are 7a minus 6a is just a. Looks like my answer is going to be simple here. But don't forget about the 3. That 3 has to be added to both sides. I can't squeeze it in there, so you get the idea. 3 minus 3 plus 3 gone. Over here, I'm going to squeeze it in there. 3 plus 3 is 6. So therefore, a equals 6. And now I've got one more extra step here, a little distribution. So take the extra step, 38 plus 7k equals 8 times k and 8 times 4. So rewriting it sometimes is a good thing when you just to keep it organized and get it all visual. And then I look at no negative k's. So that's why I'm going to take away the 7k right there and right there. That way all my k's are on the right, and I'm left with k over here, but the 32 has to go to the left, so minus 32. Do that to both sides. 38 minus 32 is 6. So there you have it. Some basic solving, a little bit of distribution. And all these problems do as we go further out is just get a little more complex. We add a few steps to them. So that's our solving for right now. So short break in the action. And that was our pause in the action. Okay, now to something that's just a little bit bigger. Since it's bigger, I want to have room to write here. So one big problem, one big page. And then we'll stop right there for lesson 1. Let's do the distribution first. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9, and times x. So basically we're just doing 3 times minus 3x. On the right side, we got 2 times negative 4, which is negative 8x, and 7 times 2, which is 14, and that is positive. Biggest errors you usually see on these are sign errors. So let's see what I got here. I'm seeing minus 9x over here and 8x over here negative, and my philosophy of not creating negatives comes into play here. So I'm going to add 9x to both sides. And the logic behind that is minus 8 plus 9 leaves me just with my answer, x equals. Only problem is I got that pesky 14 over here, so I got to subtract that 14 off both sides and get it over here. So I should have 3 minus 14 should be negative 11. So let's see, I'm looking at my answer key over here and it says 11. So when you're not sure, if you check your work, by the way, you can check your work on Desmos on these, just put in both sides of the equation where they meet the point of intersection. So that's solving by graphing. That's not what we're doing at the moment, but I'm going to check my work again. So let's see, 3 times 1 is 3, check. Minus 3x, no, that's 3 times 3 is 9, so that works. Minus 8x over here checks out, and 14 checks out. So it looks like everything checks out. 14 minus 14, goodbye. 9x minus 9x plus 9x, goodbye. So it looks like my answer key was actually wrong. I just forgot the negative. So we're going to stop right there. And if you want to check your work, you just plug it back in. 3 times 1 minus 3 times negative 11. Check it. And 2 times minus 4 times negative 11. Plus 7. So really at that point you can pull out a calculator if you want and just, I'm going to do that right now and say in the parentheses there, that'd be 1 plus 33 times 3. That'd be 102. And then over on the other side, it'd be 44 plus 7 times 2. I get 102. So that they actually check out. 102 equals 102. That's just a check figure. So if you want to check it, take your x, substitute it back in all the way to both things and check your work. The easier way, though, is on Desmos. You can just type in the equation and find the intersection point. So that works, too. All right, here it is. Joke for the day. Think about it. Look at it. Try not to get hungry. If it's lunchtime, you'd be really hungry about now. Genus, genus, genus. Okay, how many of you get it? We're talking volume here. Pi, r squared, h. So, pi, the radius is z, so z times z, and you got it. The height is a. Woohoo! All right. I know that wasn't the most exciting part of your day, but if it was, this virus thing needs to go away. All right, good luck. Next one coming later today. Bye.